r/AskReddit. What myth or folklore do you firmly believe in? Finland. The domovoi. In Russian folklore, houses of spirits. And these are the domovoi. The spirit is, in some versions, the original owner of the house and watches over those who now inhabit the house. I lived in a house for 13 months where the original owners, a married couple, had died in the house. And I definitely felt their spirits there. However, it always felt like the spirits were trying to help me. While I was living in that house, I became interested in folklore, and it was then that I first read about the domovoi. My immediate reaction was, this sounds like what I've been experiencing. Ghosts. There's a thing in Jewish folklore called a debuk, which is basically the essence of someone trapped in an object to haunt someone until it's satisfied, suitably ancestor guilt driven. Of course. I'm pretty sure my fiddle has one. Epstein didn't kill himself. Norse Ragnarok basically ends with Adam, Eve, and God. Ghosts and spirits and all that paranormal stuff. I think I watch too much ghost hunting shows. New Zealand. I believe that Taniwa will fuck you up if you don't treat his river with respect. I follow Hecate. And I know that the reason she is queen of the gods is that she demands self-accountability. She will intervene for a mortal when asked. Only after said mortal is firm in their resolve and has done everything in their power to do it themselves. Anyone calling on Hecate for justice better be damn sure they are completely blameless. Because she smacks everyone responsible for the situation. She brought me 2,000 miles 6 months ahead of schedule. But I had to do the planning and work with the circumstances given to me. Praise Hecate. Once Azathoth wakes up, all existence will vanish. JK, but there is no serious tag. Megaconda. It's just a really, really big anaconda. And since those snakes grow continually throughout their lives, I wouldn't be surprised if some have, in the past, gotten over 50 feet or more. Banshee. Coca-Cola settles my stomach. I know there are studies on this saying it doesn't, but it does. I know this isn't in the spirit of the question, but it's the only myth I believe. In the region of the Scottish Highlands that I grew up in, most people are superstitious to quite an extent. Couple of events in my life really pushed this into my beliefs. In Gaelic folklore, there is a lot of witches, werewolves, soul reapers, banshees, giant green death dogs and all that jazz. I remember one time my gran had told me stories about witches and how they helped or fucked shit up. One day, I woke up with a splitting headache and went greeting and complaining to her. I was about 8 or 9, and she asked me to walk over to the table. She proceeds to take and rub an egg on my forehead to remove the bad. After a few seconds, she breaks the egg onto the table to reveal black blobs in the whiten yolk. The headache was gone. Still freaks me out. She was definitely a witch. 100%. My mum has many other weird things with her growing up. Best gran ever. Ghosts. It blows my mind that there are such staunch Bigfoot detractors. Gorillas and chimps can solve puzzles and communicate with sign language. Why is it such an impossible leap that another intelligent, undiscovered primate does, or did, exist? Most of them cause. Why else would they have been created? Even if they aren't real, it's fun to think they are. I mean, God could be considered a myth and most of the world believes in him. Bielefeld doesn't exist. Ghosts. Maybe kinda basic, but I've seen some shit. I think most things are real to some extent, at least psychologically or metaphorically if not literally. But for me, the actual life of Jesus Christ, Krishna, and for that matter Shiva, Thoth, and Judas, satanic entities, are pretty firm in my mind. But wait. If you believe in it, then why would you think that it's a myth? The Kraken is almost definitely an extra thick colossal squid and I want him found. There is an alien spaceship at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Ghosts. Picking up tail facing coins on the ground is bad luck. Anything that has cryptids in it. I've read too many creepypastas. Ghosts. Seen one and experienced paranormal activity in 2 houses I've lived in. Evil eye. Cryptids. especially the more modest ones like the long-tailed bobcat. Because I've seen one. I was out hunting for mushrooms and found this big red turkey tail with the same color scheme as a brown rainbow and sat down to look at it. It smelled like chicken livers, probably due to the iron content. Right to the left of me was a short berm with some cedar twigs and grass and shit. I turned to the left, thinking I heard something in the trees, and what I thought was a badger came out. I put on my glasses, got a good look at it from 20 feet off, and it looked like a bobcat, with the ear tips and everything. But the color was damn near white, with a tail like a Maine Coon. It looked around, and let out a squall, then fucked off back into the trees. And that's how I know at least one cryptid is real. In all reality, the long-tailed bobcat is probably a cross between a bobcat and a housecat, but I still saw one. Prescient dreams. My grandma and my sister have both had them. Street. Anthony can find stuff I've lost. Demons. Whatever Native Americans are afraid of refuse to talk about. Reincarnation. If you pay attention in science class, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so where does the energy in our brains allowing us to have emotions and to make decisions go? As the song expresses it, there are fairies at the bottom of my garden. That explains why the tomatoes are so juicy and plump. That seeing your doppelganger basically means your life is going to shit. Find a penny. Pick it up. All day long you'll have good luck. Bigfoot. Menehune. Mythological little people of Hawaii. Hoop snakes are definitely real, if embellished or extinct. What do you mean? Like everyone has a personal interpretation. The Cheddar Goblin. I believe in the resurrection of Jesse Christ. I just don't believe the complete corruption of his gospel of faith that bears his name has become. Bigfoot. Or something similar. Nothing. Most myths, superstitions and religions and the like are just attempts to explain things we don't understand and are afraid of. We should know better today. Canada. Baba Yaga. Shadow people. Definitely real. Cans of food give me energy. Cans of Ripper give me more energy. The Haggis. Can't bring myself to say Candyman 3 times in a mirror. I mean, it's probably totally BS, but what if it isn't? I'm down with Ganesh. Bradus the Trojan War, except the invincible Achilles. I don't believe in much. I'm a very firm atheist and believe everything can be explained with science. But goddamn it, I think Bigfoot is real. I never talk about it because I get looked at like I'm crazy. But if there is any myth that has some plausibility, for me it is Bigfoot. It's not like I'm gonna go hunting for it. But another type of intelligent mammal doesn't seem that crazy to me. If you whistle at the northern lights, the devil will slap you in the face. Haven't been brave enough to try it. Ancient aliens. The myth that there were once people that didn't come a whore on their cake day. Society of Humanity. I don't really believe them, but I'm told to. Australia. El Chupacabra, IDK if you spell it that way. I believe in many folklore. Native American. Ghost stories. Supernatural beings. Anything. Witches. I actually believe that friend Mike's dad is the Tooth Fairy. 1 year ago I thought that when I get a new phone I have to charge it until 100%, so I would wait close to my phone checking the battery indicator on screen every 15 seconds until it's full. I believe in the ancient kraken that lives beneath Uzbekistan. When you say fill me up from behind, the kraken will awaken. This sentence has never been said in Uzbekistan in over 1000 years. The kraken looks like a green 5-headed mace-winded dragon. A global flood, wiping out most of humanity. I like multiple texts from different parts of the world state something similar to this occurring. Dragons. There's solid evidence found in Romania and hidden in a natural history museum in America. The documentary came out a few years ago, but you can't get it anymore. The Fae. Panpsychism is one of the oldest philosophical positions known to history. It says that the universe itself is mind. And what we call our mind is the universal mind's imaginings. The implication of this position is that everything you and I think of as reality only exists as conscious experience. I can sit down at a table and agree there's a table. Traditional philosophy would say that is because the table exists regardless of if anyone is around to see it. But what about a table no one has ever seen? Or will see? What can you say about that table? Panpsychism doesn't have this problem. Because the table only exists as conscious experiences. In this case as you and my experiences. The universe being all conscious experiences that exist. Implies a table that no one could see wouldn't exist. Because it is not part of any conscious experience. I firmly believe conscious experience is all we can know. And ever will know. Even then we're very limited in what we can say is absolutely true. And not just true because our senses and experiences tell us it is. For all we know our brains are simulated in a computer. Many people believe that.